Hi artists! This week our mission is to spread joy. So how can we use art to spread joy? We are going to do it this week by creating joyful cards. Who can you give this card to? You could give it to a family member, a friend, a nurse, a doctor, maybe a business, anyone who you think could use some joy. This week we are going to do 3 different ideas for cards featuring Yoda, a pizza guy, a donut gal. Now these are just ideas for inspiration, but if you have a different idea for a card, feel free to make one. Our learning targets though are going to be I can create a character using lines and shapes, I can use colors to complete my character, and I can write a joyful message. So we will get started creating the first one, Yoda, the second one will be the pizza guy, the third one will be the donut gal. You can fast forward to the one that you would like to do. To begin this project, you will need something to color with, 2 pieces of paper, and a pen or a pencil. We are going to begin by folding our card in half. On the inside, we are going to make our Yoda pop up. So we are going to start by drawing our Yoda using simple shapes. Now, we don't want our Yoda to be too big, because if he's too big, when you close the card, you'll see him sticking out. So we are going to fold this again. And I'm going to turn it. We only want our Yoda to be about this tall, maybe even smaller. So to begin, we will start with our shapes. We are going to use an oval for Yoda's head. For his ears, we will draw 2 lines, 1 on each side. And then we are going to bring those lines back to the head. Inside these ears, we are going to put another little line to add detail. And we are going to add his eyes. To add his eyes, we will put 2 lines in the middle of this oval. And then we're going to use a half circle for the bottom of his eye. I like to put a little circle inside for reflection. And then we are going to color that in with black. You can use either your pencil or you can use a colored pencil, a marker, whatever you have at home. We're going to add his eyelids, making little arches that look like half circles as well. And then we are going to add a nose just by making 2 small dots right between the eyes but underneath. Because Yoda has a lot of wrinkles, we are also going to add little lines next to the eye. He also has wrinkles on top of his head, so we're going to make 3 lines on top. 1 in the middle going from top to bottom, 1 on the left, and 1 on the right. In between these lines, we're going to add more wrinkles, which are just, again, going to mimic this same half circle shape or a bridge shape, putting 2 in each section. We're again going to use a half circle shape that also looks like a U for his mouth. We're going to add cheeks on the left and the right, and you have Yoda's face done. Now we are going to move on to the body. For the body, we are going to start from the bottom of the head and draw all the way down to the bottom of the paper. I'm going to add Yoda's neck or chest right here with that half circle once again. And for his arms, we're going to simplify it, making a curved line on the left so that his arm kind of looks like it's behind him. And then for his other arm, we are going to make a circle. This circle is going to be holding Yoda's lightsaber. So we have the circle. Underneath the circle, you're going to make a rectangle. We're going to make the top of that rectangle over here, and then we are going to add the lightsaber. To make Yoda's cloak, we are just going to draw 2 simple lines again from the from the bottom of his head to the bottom of the paper. So that we can attach this hand, we are going to add a line from the right side to that circle, and then another one to the bottom of that circle. So we have our Yoda ready. Now all we have to do is color him in. Now that our Yoda is all colored in, we are going to cut him out. Now that I have Yoda cut out, I am going to use some of the scraps that I have from this drawing, and I'm going to cut a rectangle. I'm going to draw this rectangle first. It's going to be a long, thin rectangle, which we are going to use to help make Yoda pop out of this card. When you have your long rectangle cut out, we are going to fold it like a fan. So it's going to go from left to right. And you are going to keep alternating. So that when you open it, it's going to look like a zigzag line. But you're going to do that for the whole rectangle. You're going to take a glue stick and put a little bit of glue on the bottom of your zigzag rectangle. You're then going to take your card, and in this bottom portion, you are going to put your glued part right in the middle here. I'm going to scrunch this back down and put a little bit of glue on the top where I will be putting my Yoda. I'm centering Yoda right in the middle of this bottom rectangle. So now your Yoda is more 3D. You can close your card, and when you open him, he should pop out. There you go. Our last step is going to be adding a joyful message at the top, or you could do this on the front of your card. Yoda and I want to tell you that Yodavest students. Our next card is going to feature our Supreme Pizza Guy. So you are going to start with a triangle right in the middle of your paper. This is going to be your pizza guy upside down. And then you are going to make a wavy line at the bottom. This is where the crust is going to be, and the cheese and all the toppings. We're going to draw our pizza guy's eyes by making circles. And again, I like to use that little reflection trick. This time I'm going to draw 2 circles in the middle. My niece calls this cute eyes. And then you are going to fill the rest of the circle in with black. After we're done with the eyes, we're going to make the smile. So you are going to make a U shape or a curved line. And then we're going to make another curved line that's connected to that to make the top of his mouth, to give him a nice smile. You can add little cheeks or little lines for cheeks right there if you would like. You don't have to though. And then you're going to fill the rest of that in with black. I might even give this guy a little tongue, so there we go. Once you have his eyes and his mouth done, you can give him an arm where he is going to be holding a sign. So I'm just making a line. I'm going to make a really simple hand, kind of looking like a stick figure with just little lines. and then have him holding his sign. So a line with a rectangle attached to the top here. And in that box, I'm going to write, "You are supreme." So think about all the toppings that Supreme Pizza has. It's really all the toppings where you have pepperoni, sausage, vegetables. Those are all created with different shapes. So I'm gonna make my pepperonis with little circles and half circles. For the sausage, I'm gonna make shapes that look kind of like clouds. I'm going to add mushrooms. I think that I'm going to create mushrooms by doing a curve. Have that curve come in and make kind of like a half circle connected to a rectangle. Actually, you could even put that line right there. So it really is a half circle and a rectangle. I'm going to do one more mushroom. And for peppers, I'm just gonna make little squares. This looks kind of strange right now, but once you have the colors, it'll come together a little bit more. And then I'm gonna add onions just by making long rectangles on my pizza. Okay, so those are all the toppings I can think of on a Supreme Pizza, but if you want to add other toppings or toppings that you really like, you can definitely do that. So I'm going to color my card in now, and then the last thing I'm going to do is work on the inside and write a nice joyful message on the inside, and then again, you guys can give this card to someone who you think needs a little bit of joy right now. Our last character is going to be our donut gal. So this donut is going to look like a kawaii character, which kawaii is the Japanese word for cute. So I'm going to make a circle in the middle. If you are not great at making circles, you could always trace the bottom of a mug or a CD, a bottom of a plate, anything that's circular around you. I'm going to make my circle right in the middle here. And I'm gonna leave room because I wanna put some, or give my donut girl some arms. So I'm gonna put it right in the middle here. And then I will give those, or I will attach those arms right away. So just lines right out to the side like your donut is going to give this person a big hug. And then I will put a circle in the middle to make the donut whole. And then I'm going to add a wavy line to make it look like this donut has icing on it. So the wavy line is going to go right underneath this middle circle. The donut's face is going to be at the bottom of the donut. You could put it at the top if you would like to as well, though. So I'm going to make this donut's eyes with a circle. And then I want my donut to be winking, so I'm going to do a little arch right here. For the donut's mouth, again, I'm going to be making an arch. I again like to make those cute eyes where I put 2 circles for reflections inside of that circle and then fill in the rest with black. You can think about what your favorite donut is. For detail, I am going to add some sprinkles to the top of my donut. The way I'm going to do that is just by making small little rectangles. And I'm going to make these rectangles go in different directions because I think if they were all in the same direction, they'd look a little bit too placed. And when you look at donuts, normally the sprinkles are kind of randomly laid on there because whoever makes them usually shakes the sprinkles on there. These rectangles don't have to be perfect either because a lot of sprinkles, some of them are shorter and some of them are longer. I am adding little details to my card, like little hearts, just to make this card a little more joyful. When I'm done making the hearts, then I will color the front of my card in.